Hi guys, Dave here from Geekbox. What I'm going to do today is answer a question that I get asked so frequently, it's unbelievable. And I'm going to answer the question of how do I protect my comic books? So a lot of people like me, they collect for long term, so they eventually build up a nice collection and they want to save them for future generations or for investment. So what I have here in front of me is a copy of Batman Superman #4, and I'm going to review that at a later date. So yeah, and I also have a polypropylene comic book bag. Not my favourite type of bags, but at the moment that's all I have, so that's what I'm going to show you. And I also have a Silver Age comic book backing board cut down to modern age size, or current age size. I'll explain that in a moment. Okay, so when you're protecting a comic book, you want to make sure that you're using acid-free materials. Okay, so these boards will come acid-free from the right place, and I'm using Collector Line as my supplier for these at the moment, but I will be changing that in the future, going to a different ones where I'm going to get the bags from as well. Now, as I said, I cut down this side edge here, literally because it was slightly too big, because it was a Silver Age board and I didn't have any. I had only one modern age or current age board left, so I used that as a template and I drew along the edge and chopped it with a Stanley knife. If you're using polypropylene bags, I would suggest that you will need to re-bag and board them every between 5 and 7 years. I know that seems quite a long time, but this is how long these things will last. I mean, they'll last so much longer, as I'm sure you're aware. But if like I said, if you're using polypropylene bags, you'll need to renew them every 5 to 7 years. What I would suggest is take a look on eBay or any other web store, or go to your actual comic book store and ask them if they have any Mylites, and Mylites too. Okay, I'll put a link down in the description for a link on eBay just to show you what they look like. They are made of mylar plastic, and they will last a lifetime. Literally, they will last forever. They don't deteriorate, they are acid free, they're just much superior bags. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you two methods of how to bag and board comic books. First one I find a little bit fiddly. A lot of people say this is the way to do it, but I personally don't have a problem with the other way, because it's easier. You have to be a little bit more careful, but don't you with anything. So what you do is you put the backing board behind the comic like this, so you leave quite a big gap, about an inch worth. Okay, so that's just to show you the back of it. Hold them both, and then you get your propylene bag or your mylar bag, whatever it is you're using. If you're using mylar, be so much more careful, because it will, or it can, shear off the front of the comic. Okay, so what you do then is you very carefully feed them both into the bag. Okay, give it a little tap like that. So then eventually, you can see at the bottom here, the comic doesn't quite go down as far as the backing board does. The backing board is going to take the brunt of the hit if you were to drop this. My way, okay, is literally only slightly different. Okay, so we start off again with the three things. I would then put the comic book aside, and I would take the board and slide the board in first. Now you can buy some comic book bags and boards that are already together. Slightly more expensive normally because you're buying the two together, but you can get them, so it saves you some time. So then you've got your bag and your board like that. Okay, and then all I do is I will put the open pages in first, so I don't catch them. Rest them on the board, and there we go. So much quicker, so much easier, and yeah. And then to seal it at the back, now what I do normally is I put some little white stickers on the back to put in the shop, or to get ready to put in the shop, because I haven't got the shop yet, but it's so close. to denounce the grade and also the price. Okay. Don't have any of those stickers here with me at the moment, and this isn't going in the shop, this is going in my own personal collection. So what I'm just going to do is use my Scotch tape, my trusty Scotch tape. Okay, not the normal I don't normally use the satin finish one. Excuse me, there's a little bit of dog hair in that bit. Let me just get rid of that. Okay, so what I would do is normally just take about 1.5 inches width, fold the top over like that, hold it against me so I can do it quite tight. Okay, and then fold it over nice and tight and put a strip of tape on it there. Okay, and there you go, one perfectly bagged and boarded comic. Okay, any questions, let me know. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you've got. Take a look at our other videos, take a look at my website, my eBay. I'll put a link for that in the bottom. I do have some comics on there still. I'm just working through an old collection I had that I want to get rid of to make room for more. So yeah, other than that, rate, comment and subscribe. Ask any questions, leave a comment, it's great. I like talking to people. And yeah, remember, if it's geeky, it's going to be in the box. So have a good one.